All right, everybody, this is going to be a follow-up to the previous video I made where I showed about how to get your door panel off if the door would not open, where you had a broken lock mechanism or the power lock would fail, and no matter what you did, you couldn't get the door unlocked or open. Today, I finally had time to go back and do my other door, which had the exact same issue, and I got it open. I don't know if it was luck, but I think I figured out a way that will probably make it easier for a lot more people to get their doors open if the lock is broken. The first thing is when the door is closed, okay, you're going to have just a little bit of view, even less than this, but you're going to be able to see right there where the child lock is. All right, just so you can follow, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in to where the child lock is. So you can kind of see it back there. Zoom in a little bit further, and that's the child lock. So if that is towards you, none of this is going to work. So what you have to do is take a slotted screwdriver or something and just push that forward. Okay, that is the child lock off. That's going to allow you to open the door from the inside. Let's make sure that you have your cables oriented in the proper way for this to work. First, this top cable up here, this one right here, this is the actual lock mechanism release. If this is out, you're going to be defeating yourself. So make sure that during this entire process that this is all the way in. This right here is the lock from the door. This is, so this is unlocked and that's locked. This has to be unlocked or out. So the orientation of your cables, the one with the ball on the end, that has to be in, and with the little 90-degree bracket, that has to be out. All right, so we have the proper orientation of our two cables. Once you have the ball wire in and the 90-degree wire pulled out, you can go ahead and just stuff those back into your door. We're not going to need them right now. As far as pulling off any of the plastic sheeting you have here, realistically, you should only have to open up this section in here. So what I did was I just took a little razor blade as I was pulling it away and kind of separated some of it. There should be enough sticky on here that I'll be able to put it back up when we're done. All right, the next thing we need to look for is up in here is the lock mechanism that we're going to need to work on. All right, in the back there, where you see the wire coming down into the blue area, that's the plunger from the door handle. We'll see if we can zoom in on that right there. I believe in my particular case, this may have been the issue. It was still connected, but no matter what I did, that was not releasing the lock on the door. Okay, right now my door is closed. So what you have to do is pretty much get in there and keep working that up and down. You can pull down on it. Okay, that's going to go down. I don't know if I can get my hand in there. If you were to work the door up here, okay, this is the handle on the outside. You can see as I open the door handle, it pushes down on that. All right, so that's lifting up the door handle from the outside or inside here, just kind of pulling down on it. That is the lock release mechanism. In my case, I believe that's what was stuck. The internal springs and levers and everything were gummed up. So what I did was basically I stuck my hand up in there and I kept pulling down on it. I just worked it back and forth a lot. Pulling down. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to do this to where you can see it. So basically like that. I just kept working it like that. And part of it was, I think I probably could have gotten it sooner if I knew the orientation of the cables. Like I said, I don't know if I had it locked or unlocked. I hadn't checked the child lock yet. So again, when you're working on this here, the child lock mechanism, that needs to be towards the back. Okay, so push that towards the back of the car. That is off. And of your wires, the ball wire needs to be in, and the 90-degree angle latch, that needs to be out. That is the proper way for the door to unlock itself. So once I did that, you know, I kind of figured out that combination. I just kept working that latch back there, pulling it down, and eventually door opens. So hopefully that solves your issue. While I had that lockout, I did end up changing the electric lock part that I ordered, and took the lock assembly out. The lock assembly, there's already videos out there online, but the first this comes out, this holds the old piece in there, and then these come out. Those are a T30 Torx. So if you can find yourself a driver for it, it makes it real easy. Otherwise, you'll have to use a ratchet or a socket with a T30 driver on there. And then kind of getting it out of there, you kind of got to wiggle it through and whatnot, but eventually it comes out. Before you put the door and everything back together, check and make sure that your lock mechanism is functioning, so you don't have to go through this all over again. So I just take a slotted screwdriver to simulate hitting on the door latch. Try it from the outside. Okay, that makes sure that you have your door handle properly reconnected. I'm gonna do it again. It unlocks there. And then also check your inside door handle to make sure that works. And it unlocks there. It's a little bit of a trick getting the door handle plunger back into that, you know, the hole with the blue socket inside. I did it by feel. Once I had my hands up in here, I was kind of able to feel that plunger right around the hole, and I was able to feed it in there and then continue pushing everything back up into here to get it sealed. Yeah, you can take the plunger off first, put it in there, and then attach it back to the door handle. But in my opinion, on these rear doors, it's a little bit harder to do. It was a lot easier to do on the front door that I did today as well, but on these rear doors, I think it was easier just to try to put the entire assembly back in there and then feed that plunger rod into it just kind of by feel using one hand, because there's certainly not room to get two hands in there. And that's about it. So hopefully this solves a lot of the problems that people have been having. At least this is on the rear door of a 2005 Altima. I don't know how much different it is on other models, but that's what worked for me. And hopefully this mystery is solved. Have fun. Good luck, everyone.